Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen's home is a housewives-free zone. Andy Cohen recently purchased an $18 million penthouse, and sources close to the Bravo star say that it comes with one rule. No one from the Real Housewives franchise is allowed through the front door. According to the National Enquirer, the Watch What Happens Live host has decided to set boundaries again, which means not inviting work acquaintances into his home. Earlier this year, Andy Cohen bought a plush new penthouse with stunning views and a terrace that is perfect for outdoor parties, but no Real Housewives are expected to make his guest list. He has distinctly said that they aren't allowed. According to a source from National Enquirer, no Real Housewives allowed. For years, Andy kept a healthy distance from the housewives when the cameras weren't rolling, but there were a few exceptions. Bethenny Frankel, Carol Radziwill, and Kyle Richards were in the inner circle. He got burned. Now he knows better. No more housewives in his home. Andy has spent nearly 20 years at the helm of Bravo's programming, long enough to have seen some of his work friends turn on him. His former bestie, Bethenny Frankel, once accused Andy of enabling toxic behavior and called out Bravo's practices on her Just Be with Bethenny Frankel podcast. Then came Leah McSweeney's claim that Andy gives special treatment to Bravo celebrities who do cocaine with him. According to Page 6, Lee alleged in a February 2024 lawsuit that Andy engages in cocaine use with housewives that he employs, and that his proclivity for cocaine usage with his employees is well known throughout the Real Housewives franchise. In fact, Cohen tends to provide the housewives with whom he uses cocaine with more favorable treatment and makes them appear more agreeable in edits of their shows. Lee added, via Page 6. This behavior leads to a failure to accommodate employees who are disabled and trying to stay substance-free. At the time, Andy's rep stated that the claims against Andy are completely false. After the public scrutiny and legal issues, it seems the wisest thing for Andy to do is to separate his business from his personal life and keep anyone in the Bravo sphere as far from his personal life as possible. That likely begins with keeping the Real Housewives out of his beautiful new penthouse. Andy Cohen's New York apartment is many things: colorful, elegant, chaotic in a perfectly curated way, and filled to the brim with mementos from a life lived on camera. But there is one thing his home absolutely is not: a playground for housewives. Step beyond the doorman, ride up the elevator past the gilded floors of his sleek Manhattan building, and you arrive at a space that feels like an oasis. Not from city noise or paparazzi, but from the endless drama that made him famous. No flipping tables. No tequila-fueled confrontations. No stilettos flying across the room. Inside Andy's apartment, it's all off-limits. "I love my housewives," Andy once said with a sly grin, "but I don't want to wake up and find Ramona Singer reorganizing my fridge or Lisa Rinna hiding in my shower with a confessional camera." The walls are lined with art, much of it cheeky pop culture nods. A Warhol-style portrait of Waka, his beloved dog, vintage Bravo promo posters, and a particularly proud shelf displaying a ceramic figurine of Teresa Giudice mid-table flip, crafted by a fan. But here's the trick: it's behind glass, like a museum piece. No reenactments allowed. Even the couch, sleek, plush, and suspiciously free of wine stains, has never borne witness to an on-screen argument. Andy's home is where the Bravo universe stops spinning. "I have a strict rule," he told Architectural Digest. "No housewives filming, no phone calls about reunions, and definitely no surprise visits. My door is not the Watch What Happens clubhouse." It's not just a rule, it's a philosophy. The Bravo executive producer and late-night host has spent years building a brand that thrives on chaos. But he knows better than anyone: you don't bring chaos to bed with you. That's not to say there haven't been attempts. Bethenny Frankel once tried to crash his 4th of July brunch, clad in an American flag bikini and dragging a camera crew up the fire escape for content. Andy intercepted her at the balcony, martini in hand, shaking his head. Save it for Instagram, he laughed. Llewyn de Lesseps, ever the performer, once offered to perform Money Can't Buy You Class at one of Andy's dinner parties. He politely declined, then lowered the volume on his Sonos speaker and changed the playlist to Sade. Erica Jane, upon hearing that Andy had a walk-in closet full of vintage BravoCon merch and custom suits, once tried to sneak a peek, but found the door locked with a fingerprint scanner. I call that room Fort Cohen, Andy joked. Not even Dorrit's glam squad could get in. But make no mistake, Andy loves his housewives. His admiration for their sparkle, survival instincts, and shamelessness is endless. They are his canvas and his comedy, his art and his arena. But just as a lion tamer doesn't bring wildcats to dinner, Andy knows how to separate show business from real life. That's why his home is curated for calm. The lighting is soft. The sofa throws are perfectly rumpled. There's a scent of sandalwood and citrus in the air, and a discreet record player spinning Carly Simon or Diana Ross. His son, Ben, has the run of the place. Lego sets in the living room, finger-painted masterpieces stuck to the fridge with pride. And when it's just the two of them, the only drama is whether it's pizza or sushi for dinner. Still, the housewives linger at the edges, like ghosts of glitter past. A drawer in the media room hides DVDs of every reunion episode since 2006. The laundry room contains a lone hoodie gifted by Kyle Richards, embroidered with RHOBH royalty, and on the nightstand, a candle labeled Scandival, still unlit, a gag gift from Ariana Madix that Andy swears he'll never burn. Too dangerous, he laughs. Even his dog, now a new puppy after Waka, seems in on the arrangement. 1 bark if the doorbell rings. 2 barks if the caller ID says Judas. The sanctuary rule isn't always easy. The housewives have a way of getting through the cracks. A surprise FaceTime from Kenya Moore mid-bath. A barrage of texts from Heather Dubrow asking about her storyline arc. A late-night voicemail from Tamra Judge that begins with "Don't be mad." But Andy holds the line. His sanctuary stands. People always ask, "Do you ever get sick of it?" He muses. The yelling, the walk-offs, the vacations gone wrong, the endless wine tossing. He smiles. No, because I keep it out there, on screen. My home? That's where I recharge. Where I'm just Andy, not the ringmaster. And sometimes, on Sunday mornings, while his son draws stick figures of Daddy next to a rainbow, and Fleetwood Mac hums from the speakers, Andy looks around and feels it, the peace, the stillness, the complete absence of taglines, tag teams, and tables waiting to be flipped. Yes, Andy Cohen's home is a housewives-free zone.